Hello, good morning. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my studio. My name is Alex and this is episode 28, I think, of Alex Likes to Knit. Look at this. It's a surprise because I'm wearing it. Oh, you know what I didn't show is my other finished things from last week. Hold on, but I've been working on this a lot. But I looked at it, they didn't send me the wrong thing, I ordered the wrong thing. My name is Alex. I am an artist living in San Antonio, Texas. I'm a painter primarily, but right now I'm working on doing mixed media like sewing, knitting, mixed media pieces for a show that I have coming up in several months, but I have a lot of work to do for that. So yeah, I do that here in my studio and I go out into the world and sell paintings at markets, sell prints, stuff like that. So that's me. Let's go ahead and get into the projects. Usually I have a lot of socks, but today, these past few weeks, I have been working on a ton of garments. So I have garment progress to show you. If you watched my fall plans video, you'll see I have made some progress on my fall plans, and I have a few new sock cast-ons to show as well. So quite a bit. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'll start with the kind of larger garment things. First off, something that was on my fall plans that I have made a lot of progress on. Okay, it is the Lauder Vest. And this does not yet look like a vest, but I really have worked on this a lot. So you start with the back panel. Okay, yeah, you can see that pretty good. You start with the back panel. It's an all over cable pattern. It has this beautiful like cable that like goes, where is it? Down this way. And then keeps traveling down the sides and then goes down here. It's armhole shaping. It keeps going down. This is the Lauder Vest by the Crayon, who is Rebecca Clow. And yeah, it's an all over cabled pattern. It comes with a ton of options in the pattern. You can do a vest or a long sleeve pullover or a cardigan. And there's also a V-neck or a round neck option. So I have chosen the round neck vest. So I did my back panel all the way down to where I'll join in the round, and then I picked up this side here and I finished this section to the like where this is going to join for the round neck in the front. So I'm at a point where I need to put these stitches on hold and pick up this side. I am loving this project. I wasn't sure. I knew I wanted to do it because I love the look of the pattern so much, but I had never done something with this many cables. And I was like, I'll just cast it on and I'll just do it. And if it's annoying and it's slow and it takes me forever, that is fine. I'm still gonna love it whenever it's done. But I really enjoy working on this, so I've been working on this a lot. Anytime I can get some time to just fully focus on it, because I do need to like pay attention to what row I'm on and everything. But the cable pattern is not difficult. I don't need to like look at the chart the whole time, except for whenever I was like doing the increases. But like once I get into like the body and the round, it's going to be really easy. You just have to really look whenever you're doing those cable rows. But I am loving this project so much. Some details. So I'm knitting a size 3. This looks very small, but my swatch stretched out this way quite a bit, and then I got to gauge for the pattern. I'll show you actually my swatch here. So I don't know if you'll really be able to see, but okay, see how close together those cables are? And then in my swatch here, they really spread out. You can kind of tell. So This is going to spread out like this quite a bit, and then it'll, you know, have the coverage for this is like the back neck, right? And this doesn't need to come all the way up because this part sits kind of lower on your back. So imagine if this is the armpits, like this. This will be the back, and then this will go around to at the front. Yeah, it'll be easier to see once I get everything connected, which I probably will by next episode based on how quickly this has gone so far. The yarn that I'm using, I'm really loving this combination. I'm holding 2 yarns together. It's a DK weight pattern, so she specifically has in the pattern that you can use a DK weight yarn or a fingering and a lace weight together. I went on a Europe trip recently and did some yarn shopping there. So this is yarn that I got in Paris. This is my fingering weight that I'm holding. It's the Fonte BB Merino, and this is a fingering weight 100% superwash merino. It's really soft, and I really like the color. It's a little bit warm. This was happening last time. It looked kind of more royal blue to purple, but it almost has like a tealish color to it. And then I'm holding that with a yarn from Knit Picks. This is the Alpaca Cloud lace. And I'm really glad that I chose to do this lace weight yarn. This one does have more of a purple tone to it, so they do have a little bit of a difference, but it doesn't really look like a marl together. I think they're close enough to where it blends. But I'm really glad that I did the alpaca because this is very, very soft. I definitely think I am sensitive to like woolly wools, and I have a mohair hat, like a fingering weight and mohair hat, and like it feels like weird on my head. I'm not really into it. So I think like this feels super, super soft, and I think that I will be able to wear it next to skin no problem. And the Alpaca Cloud lace is a very affordable lace weight option. It's not as fluffy as a mohair or a suri. So I did notice in my swatch, where did I put that? You can definitely like see the light coming through it, but whenever you put it against something, like it's not like it's going to be see-through. And I don't need this piece to be like super insulating and warm just because of the climate that I live in here in Texas. I don't need a super, super warm cabled vest. It's just having the look of it and how much that feels like fall and winter, and it'll be really nice. And if it is cold, I'll wear like a jacket over it. Yeah, so I think that this is going to be perfect. It's super light, it's super soft, so I know that this is going to be really comfortable. Yeah, and the Alpaca Cloud lace was it was $8 for 25 grams. So I only needed 2 of these. Whereas a lot of the mohair and stuff that I was looking at, it was 25 gram balls for like $10, $12, $15. So way, way cheaper to do the alpaca. And I really think that the feel of this is better for me. So I'm going to continue probably to look at alpaca lace weight for future projects. Okay, I think that's everything with this. That is the Lauder. I also have I'm using one of these blue tapestry needles as my cable needle, and it's great. I've used like an actual cable needle before. People were like, oh, you should try cabling without a cable needle. It's 2-stitch cables. But with this navy yarn, I can't, like if I were to just drop it and leave my little empty stitches in the front, I can't see them very well because because the yarn is so dark. And then having the 2 strands, and it's not a woolly wool, so that wasn't going to work. But this is really easy to use. It's not like super slow or anything, so I'm really glad that I kind of figured that out. Okay, next garment project. This one was not on my fall plans, but I will explain how this project came to be. So the story is, I wanted to knit sweaters for my sisters, which you may have seen in my fall plans video. I am looking at knitting a kind of rainbow striped sweater for my youngest sister, and then for my younger sister, I am planning to knit a green stockinette, like really minimal, plain sweater. So I had ordered, or I thought I had ordered, the Heatherly Sport from Knit Picks to knit a sweater for my sister Abby. But I didn't order the Sport. I ordered the worsted. I don't know how I did that. Like, I knew that there were the two options, I think. And yeah, I don't know. But I looked at it, they didn't send me the wrong thing. I ordered the wrong thing. So I got Heatherly worsted from Knit Picks. I had originally chosen the Heatherly Sport because it is a acrylic and superwash blend. Or it says acrylic and merino, but this specifically says... Okay, now this says hand wash on it. I heard that this was washable. I don't know where I read that. I think it was on the Knit Picks website though, that you can put it in the wash. So I'm going to do that because it's mostly acrylic. 80% acrylic, 20% merino wool. And this color also is not what I thought it would be. It seemed much more muted on the website, like more of a gray green, which is what I'm looking for Abby's sweater. So I was like, I could return this and get the Sport, but also returns with Knit Picks are not the best. It seems like you have to pay return shipping, and then if you order something new, you have to pay shipping again. And that's kind of crazy. I was like, I can't do that. I want to just go ahead and use this, or at least try to use it, and then maybe I could give this sweater to someone else or keep it for myself. So now then I'm on the lookout for a worsted weight sweater that I can make in this like bright lime green. So what I found was the Aosta Sweater. Who is that by? I'll have to put it on the screen. But the Aosta Sweater is a bulky weight sweater. So I figured using some larger needles, I could knit it with worsted weight and get an open gauge that would be comfortable for me to wear and not too hot, because it's acrylic and I needed some airflow. This sweater also in the pattern has a really chunky collar, so I did a completely different collar basically. And let me show you what I have so far. It's kind of a lot. I have quite a bit of this done. It's going super fast. It's super, super easy, and I'm just really enjoying watching it grow. And the stitch pattern is super easy, but I love that it's like has this nice texture. It's just knits and purls, so I'm having a lot of fun with this. And I cast it on a size 6, which will give me a lot of positive ease. I did that because I was still considering maybe giving it to one of my sisters, and I think both of them would appreciate like a really oversized sweater, especially if it's like chunky like this. But I have tried this on and it fits me. I took a picture in my mirror, so I'll put that up so that you can see, like, it doesn't even really look that oversized on me, but it does have a lot of positive ease. The neckline, I feel like looks kind of small and out of proportion, but it actually looks good on me. I like how it feels and how it looks. So yeah, I kind of measured this, and I have about 5 or 6 probably now inches here, and I need about 11. So that's like really not gonna take long, because I feel like most of the time working on this, I was doing the yoke. Yeah, and then I'll do tapered sleeves, and it'll be a really fun thing. I don't think I'm gonna wear it all the time because the color it's not really my color, but also it is kind of fun. That's my heavily modified Aosta sweater, which is interesting. And I still want to make these sweaters for my sisters. So what I'd like to do is get one of these, this sweater and the Lauder, get one of them or both of them finished before I buy yarn for my sister's sweaters. Because also today is Friday, September 13th, so it is Kip release day, and I bought yarn for the Kip and I want to cast it on as soon as possible. So I'll probably, I don't have a ton of time today to like start a new sweater, but I think I'll swatch for that today and make sure that I'm good to go and maybe start that this weekend. Yeah, so then that means I have these 3 garment projects going. I don't need to buy yarn and start 2 more, but I really want to make those sweaters for my sisters. It's still September. I think I have plenty of time. So yeah, that's kind of what's coming up next whenever I finish these. And I think I'll just want to shop for the yarn in person because knit picks, I could do like the like Swish DK. That would be an option for yarn for my sister's sweaters. It's an affordable yarn, but I know like for Andy's sweater, to get all the contrast colors, because then I needed 2 balls of all the contrast colors, because you need more than 50 grams of each contrast color, 5 contrast colors. Like, it was just so much yarn that I would have needed to buy. So I'm gonna look in person because I think that my local yarn store has more affordable options for that. We'll see. Alrighty. Okay, I have one more like kind of mini garment project, and this is like a lower priority, but it's been really fun. I've been talking about how I want to make myself a Halloween costume. I want to be a yarn fairy for Halloween. I never dress up for Halloween. Last year I wanted to be a yarn fairy and I never made it happen. So this year I think I'm gonna do it. So I cast it on a Scrappy tank top. So this is gonna be a bottom up cropped oversized tank top. I'm doing the Tolsta tank, which I've made for myself before. It's a Crayabea pattern as well. And I made myself the size 3. It was pretty fitted. It was pretty cropped, and I did really minimal like finishing on it. This I'm making the size 4, so I'll have more positive ease, and I'm gonna make it just bigger and longer and with more substantial finishing. And it's just all leftover sock yarn. So I'm just gonna pull yarns that I think have good contrast with each other so you can see the crazy stripes. And I'm just doing however many rows I feel like doing, which is fun. And yeah, this is kind of like, instead of working on socks, whenever I don't want to like think about it, I work on this. And hopefully I can get this done for Halloween. Honestly, if I don't, it's not that big of a deal. I don't think I'm actually doing anything on Halloween. But there is a neighborhood happy hour party that I kind of want to, that would be like my opportunity to dress up for. It's probably in a month or something. So maybe I should focus on this and get it done for that. I'm not sure. And then I'm going to wear like crazy socks. I need to find some wings, then I'm going to decorate my wings with yarn. Like maybe pom-poms or something. I don't know. Yeah, so that's just a little fun thing. And then I have a few sock projects. Let me show you. So I started this one first. I am trying to knit Christmas socks for my whole family. And I think this is my favorite one yet. Look at this. How fun is that? This pattern is from the Charming Colorwork Socks book by Charlotte Stone. I did it a little bit wrong, honestly. Also the pattern, like, it looks different than this. There's more of this motif and like the colors are set up different and everything. But I was like, let me just do a little garland thing at the top. and you have to do little bobbles. And in the pattern, it's 3 little tiny bobbles next to each other. And I looked up how to do a bobble, and I didn't realize that like I was making a really big bobble, like more of a sweater bobble than a sock bobble. So then like there was like 3 of these on here, like that would have looked crazy. So I just did 1, which maybe is kind of weird, but I like it. They're popping. And then I'm going to use this off-white for the toe also, which I'm getting close-ish to. So that's exciting. I haven't been taking this one around because I'm getting close to finishing it. But I need to spend some time finishing this up, do the color work on the next sock so that I can get this one going and get it wrapped up. The yarn for this is just stuff that I had in my stash. So this main color is Cascade Heritage sock, which is a like acrylic merino nylon sock yarn that I really like. It's really hardy but still soft, and it's kind of heathered a little bit. This, oh no, this isn't Cascade Heritage sock. This one is Cascade Heritage sock. Cascade Heritage sock is merino nylon, 75/25. This one is Barocco Vintage sock, which is the acrylic merino nylon one. Yeah, it has a different feel than like a super soft sock yarn, but it still feels good. And then these are just like old leftovers that I had a little bit left of. So maybe we'll finish that, or at least be on the second one next time we do a sit down. And then this is another one that I've been working on. Look at this yarn. Like, what? It's so crazy. I showed this yarn in my fall plans video. I'm making some socks for my sister Andy because she's an angel. She's an angel, and she got me this yarn. It is from Mitchell's Creations, which is a Louisiana yarn dyer. So Andy saw this yarn at a market or a store or something there and got it for me. So I'm going to try to make us matching socks. I'm going to first make hers just using this color, and then I'll see how much I have left, and then I'll do mine with contrast colors or maybe do shorties. So this is just a plain vanilla sock. I'm doing 56 rounds. I did 20 rounds in the cuff and 40 in the leg, and I'm working on the slip stitch heel flap, which is looking crazy. So yeah, this colorway is called Unicorn Party, and it's so pretty. I have some footage. I took some video and then some pictures whenever I was winding this up, because whenever I opened the skein, it was like white with speckles, and then the other side like had a rainbow, like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Like it was like a true bright rainbow. And whenever I casted this on, the cast on edge was so beautiful. I think you can see it right here. Like, it's just a little rainbow in order. And it had like the little blips at the bottom were just a perfect little rainbow, and then my loops going over were all white. And it was so beautiful. I put it on my story. Yeah, it was really great. So I'm really enjoying working this up. It's really out of my comfort zone. I never knit with stuff like this, but I'm loving it. For socks, like I love doing crazy colors and stuff. It's just really fun. So these are for Andy, the Unicorn Party socks. And that is all the knitting projects. I put away all my scrappy stuff that I was working on last time because I just dove into the fall plans, the garments, and I am loving that stuff. A little bonus project for those who want to stick around. I have been sewing. Can you believe it? I've always known how to sew. I learned whenever I was a child. But my sewing machine and I, we go back and forth Are we friends? Are we not friends? Do I have the confidence to try to make something wearable? I have had many failures making garments, but I've been working on some quilted stuff for this show that I have in June. So last Saturday, about a week ago, I went to Spare Parts, which is a like a thrift store for arts and craft supplies. They have yarn, fabric, all that. I went there on Saturday looking for solid color quilting cotton for these quilting projects that I'm working on. So I'm looking at all their fabric, and I found this plaid that I just loved. It's a woven, like it's like yarn dyed, so it's the same on both sides. And it's just a really cool kind of neutral color, like a little small checkered plaid. And I loved it, and I was like, there was a lot of it too, like over 4 yards. It was like $8, and I was like, I want to wear this. And I thought maybe I could make a dress or a skirt or something, but I bought it, and then I realized I could make a SKORT. And I remember some people making SKORTs from an indie pattern, and so I was like, I need to find it. I found it. It's the Sunrise SKORT from Jessalus Patterns. So I got the pattern on Etsy, and I made the SKORT. It worked. It fits. Look at this. It's a surprise because I'm wearing it. Ah! Look at the SKORT. Back up. Look at it. It's wrinkly because I've been sitting, and then it has pockets. Look at the back. Look at that. Can you believe it? Look at the plaid. What is on this? Oh well. Isn't it beautiful? I have like, there's a spot right there, but then I like can barely see it whenever I actually look at it, but then in the camera it looks really dark. I guess I'll need to wash it again. Anyway, so I wore this to my book club meeting on Monday because I finished this on Monday, and it was great. It was really comfortable. I got food on it right in that dark spot that you just saw. So I washed it. It survived the wash. The spot didn't come off apparently. I guess I'll need to spray it and try again. But this is a perfectly functional, comfortable garment, and I'm so excited about it. So I want to keep making garments. I definitely have more fabric that I can make stuff out of. I think the key for me is being very, very careful to follow the pattern exactly. I get something about sewing, like I get frustrated with it, or I'll like be like, oh, I can skip that step. No, just follow the directions. They're there for a reason, and you can make stuff that's really wearable. Also, I need to remember, like, also trying not to cut corners with like the materials. Like I need to really find materials that work for the pattern. And then if I need to get elastic, go get the right kind of elastic. If I need to get a zipper, get the right size, stuff like that, just to make my life easier, because I'm definitely a beginner garment sewist, and like that's the way to go. Do what it says. This fabric was $8, and I was like, I don't know if I want to buy a zipper. I don't know. I went and picked up a zipper, and it was 50 cents. And I had thread that I could use from a different project. So yeah, the pattern was expensive. The pattern was like $16, but the fabric was $8. Like that's just like so worth it to me to have a piece that really fits me and I'm really gonna wear. Also on the fit, so I don't have a lot of pairs of shorts because I have a lot of trouble finding shorts that fit. So usually I can find not even usually, but the few pairs of shorts that I have that fit are thrifted, and they're just like older, like they're vintage like styles, to where they fit around the waist and they really like puff up around my hips, because usually shorts, like ready to wear shorts, will really gap around my waist and then still be too tight around my butt, and I just hate the way it looks. This SKORT, I graded it from a 14 at the waist to a 16 at the hips, so it is perfectly puffy. It fits really well. It's not too tight. Like, I made sure, like doing the measurement, that I would be able to sit really comfortably. It's amazing. I can't believe it. I'm like so excited to sew more like bottoms, especially because of how well these fit. So my next sewing plan, maybe I'll do it next week or something, I'm not sure, but I would love to sew some elastic waistband shorts. I got a big fitted sheet from the thrift store for like $8, and it is a heavy linen cotton blend, and I think it's going to be perfect for elastic waistband shorts. I want to do some patch pockets, so I need to find a pattern that I can, again, probably, maybe I could just do the 16 and then do the elastic to the right size, but make sure I can get the right fit for those. But I think that'll be so cute. I'm really excited. Yeah, okay, I think that's all for the updates. Oh, you know what I didn't show is my other finished things from last week. Hold on. Okay, this is so funny that I forgot these. My finished objects from last week. Both of the socks that I was working on last week, I have finished. This feels like it's been forever since I made these. Yeah, so I'll just kind of flash them because I don't even remember what I was doing with these. Details are in my last episode, but I have finished these socks for my mother-in-law. This pattern here is the String of Lights sock pattern from Sock Witchery. Really cute. And then this is just a plain orange vanilla sock because I would like to replace another pair of plain orange vanilla socks that I've had for years that are getting really worn out. So I made these. And I feel like it's been so long since I finished these, but those are my two finished objects. Everything else I talked about earlier was works in progress. Now I think that's it. That is it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so enjoying like everyone's comments and everything on these videos. It's been a lot of fun to connect with y'all. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.